Oh, can you tell that today is not one of those days? Yeah. Today is just not one of those days. I was feeling cold, so I put off the fan. Now I'm feeling it. So I need to go and put on the fan. But I'm so lazy. I don't know when Netflix started this rubbish where they release dramas 2 times a week. It's not funny. It's not even funny. Because I can't believe that I have to wait 1 week for another episode. Netflix used to just give us like all episodes at once. What happened? I have to wait 1 week. One whole week just for 2 episodes. It's not fair. It's not. They used to even give, when they started, they used to give us 4 episodes a week. Now, 2. Hi, Abdel. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It's stressing me out. Like, this drama is stressing me out. Oh my god. And I have to wait 1 whole week. I don't know if anybody is watching Typhoon Family, but it's stressing me up. Because no matter how much these people try, things always go wrong. Things always go wrong. Like, since episode 1. Ah, merci Abdel pour l'abonnement. Comment tu vas? J'espère que ça va bien. So yeah, Typhoon Family is stressing me up so much. Oh my god. And I'm the kind of person who will watch a movie and then I can't sleep because of it. Hey, I say like a joke sometimes and people are like, and I'm being dead serious. I will watch a drama, a movie, anything that I watch, and then it will stress me up like crazy. Hi Lucas, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Good evening or good afternoon or whatever the time is where you are. Oh, merci pour l'abonnement, Lucas. Hello. Merci, merci. Comment tu vas? So yeah, where was I? I was talking about the stress that Typhoon family is putting me through. Non, ça va très bien, merci. So that's what's up. Today was Presbyterian Church Day. I don't know if there are any Presbyterians watching. Today was Presbyterian Church Day, which is practically Christmas Day for Presbyterians. It's a big deal. Salut! Euh, non, je ne connais même pas le quoi, judo. Judo, c'est-à-dire, ou bien judo, quoi. Non, je ne connais, je n'aime pas, oh, je n'ai même jamais essayé ça dans ma vie. Je ne connais pas. C'est quoi? C'est le sport, c'est le tai chi, karaté. I don't know anything about judo. I just know that it has to do with yeah. No, that's karate, right? Anyways, oh guys, that's how I feel about this hair. No, judo, as in, okay, let me search what judo is. Okay, give me a minute. What is judo? What is judo? Judo is a modern Japanese martial art. No, I don't know anything about judo. I don't know anything about it. Honestly, I tried yoga one time. That's all I knew when it comes to exercise. I tried yoga. I used to do, yeah, I used to do yoga. In fact, I did it just for like a couple of weeks. So I don't know much about judo. Je suis désolée, mais je ne connais pas beaucoup. Mon français n'est pas très bien, hein? C'est juste là, mais je ne connais pas. Je ne pratique pas ou bien je ne fais pas le judo. Je ne connais pas beaucoup sur ça, en fait. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about what is stressing me up right now. Typhoon family. So let me give you guys the plot. So this guy is about a guy who is practically like a prodigal son because he's always like in a fight with his dad because he won't do something meaningful with his life. He's always partying, getting in trouble, and his dad is like so pissed at him. Even though, what have I done? Okay, we're back. Even though deep, he's not really lazy like that because he was doing what he actually loved, which was growing flowers. He was doing like cross-pollination of flowers. He was doing like breeding, trying to like create new flower breeds. He was just doing a lot of the experiments with flowers. He had like a beautiful flower garden that he was planning to show his dad when they bloom. And that's a mistake that he made because he had never spoken to his dad about it. Sometimes there was a day when his dad even came and bailed him from the club at around midnight, and then he and his dad got into like a serious fight that day, and his dad even slapped him. So he left from there, went to his garden, and he was growing these beautiful, magnificent flowers. And then It was during the around the time of the IMF crisis in 1997. So his father's company was affected, and his father had a heart attack. His father was in the hospital, I think, for a couple of days, and then his dad dies. I think it's his father's death that, like, kind of reminded him that he was wasting his life. So he decides to get his act together and continue his father's business. His dad was a trader. His dad had like a trading company. So he decides to continue. I'm thirsty, 1 minute. He decides to continue his father's business, and it's like in the heart of the IMF crisis. So a lot of companies are closing, a lot of people are going bankrupt. So things were really hard. And ever since he took over that business, talk about village people, as in his village people are on his matter like this, because this guy hasn't got a break ever since he started. First thing, on the day of his father's funeral, somebody whom his father was owing came and was trying to take the condolence money, because apparently that's the thing that they do in Korea, where people bring condolence money and they give you guys like envelopes. So somebody that his dad was owing comes there, causes like a whole fuss, is dragging the condolence box. First obstacle, they dealt with that one. Second obstacle, now, they had, just before his dad died, the company had ordered like a huge consignment of goods that they had to deliver to another company. They had ordered these goods from Italy. It was fabric, and they had to deliver it to a designer, something like that, in Korea. What they didn't know was that the company that they had to deliver that fabric to had gone bankrupt. So they didn't even have money. They were planning to take the goods and then declare bankruptcy. Yeah. But luckily for them, the guys suspected something and they didn't deliver the goods. That's how they escaped that one. Now they had a problem. They needed a warehouse to store those goods. They didn't have any money. Like, they are broke. They don't have any money. So he goes and meets somebody who he thinks is his father's friend and begs him like, oh, I mean, you're a big business person, you have warehouses. Can you lend us one of your warehouses? And the guy's like, yeah, sure. The guy lends them some abandoned warehouses. I mean, abandoned, broken windows, holes everywhere. Like, it was that bad. That's what the guy gives them. And they stored their goods there. Unfortunately for them, just I think the next day or 2 days later, it rains heavily. I mean, heavily. So they had to practically sleep there the whole night trying to protect those goods because it's fabric. That's obstacle number one. Number two. Okay. So that night, after struggling the whole night to try to keep the fabric protected from the rain, only for morning to come, and that his dad's friend sends people to come and take the merchandise, and they're like, I don't understand. What's happening? You said we could use this warehouse. Because he believed that he was, asking for help from his dad's friend. So he was kind of surprised. And then they showed him the contract. They had hidden a clause in the contract that they are giving them the warehouse just for 48 hours, or was it 24 hours or 48 hours, for like a very unreasonable time frame. And if that time exceeds and they have not paid, the goods belong to the man who owns the warehouse. I think that was the first time that, I mean, I say ever since I started watching this drama, I haven't had peace. He goes now to this man's office, and the man is like, oh, he should calm down. Business is business. And I'm like, first setback. So they have seized their goods. Now pay, they have to pay. If they want the goods back, they have to pay the guy who has seized them, but they don't have the money. Because mind you that they didn't even have money to rent a warehouse. So how would they even have money now to pay him? So they come up with an idea that they are going to reach out to the company that sold them the fabric in the first place, because the company have put a clause that if they can return the fabric in the same quantity and without it being damaged, they will take it back and refund them, but not like the entire money, because they have to cover cost of shipping and whatnot. So this is where they thought that okay, it was a good idea, because the exchange rate at the time when they bought the goods was lower. Now with the crisis, the exchange rate had gotten higher. So they made a deal with the people that they will cut them. Like the people shouldn't cut just, I think it was 15%. They can cut 30% and repay them. And they faxed, because it's set in like 1997, so it's fax. There's no like phone. There's phone calls, but there's more of faxing. So they faxed this company and asked them if it's possible, and the company accepts. Okay, so he goes now to this man and explains it to him that okay, I understand that you have seized the goods, but this, like, you're a businessman, so don't ruin like a good business relationship. He hands him the acceptance letter and everything, where the people said if they refund the goods and it's in the same quality and quantity that it was shipped to them, they will pay them. So the man accepts that okay, he's going to send the goods. So he sends the goods. Okay, the truck driver who had transported the things from the poor had left because they didn't have enough space. Those things literally slept outside for like 2 days. He had left. They forgot to take out all of the things because a fight broke out, so some of the things remained in his truck. So he comes now to give him, he's like, there were like, I think 500, was it 500 or 50? But there were a couple, no, there was like 500 yards that were remaining in that truck. But the other guy had seized 45,000. So he takes it now and they play with the figures, like there's an oversight on his team and they don't realize that the quantity is not the same. So they ship it back. Like they spent money and shipped it back incomplete. That's when, and they're expecting their money now. That's when they tell them that, oh, it's not possible because they're not going to refund them because it's not complete. Salut le pro des shorts. Je parle pas, je parle un peu français, mais pas beaucoup, juste un peu. So yeah, that's where he comes down and makes a deal where he sells the 500 pieces that he has, because no matter what, the guy is going to lose. He has spent money to ship those items all the way to Italy. So he comes to the deal and he sells him the remaining 500 pieces for 3 times the price. So yeah, that was their first break. At least with that one, they paid off, a few debts. But mind you that they are still knee deep in debt. Okay, so he starts looking for the next thing that he's going to sell. He travels to like another town, just to like see, because he has heard that there's good business there. And then he stumbles on this guy who is selling shoes. These strong, like, shoes that people wear in construction sites. Hi, Abdel. I mean, he because he's, first of all, he's inexperienced, he's impulsive, so he immediately rushes and signs a contract with that guy that he's going to buy 500 pairs of shoes from him and sell it. Okay, they go back to soil. He he wires the money, mind you. He wires the money for the 500 pairs of shoes to the guy, and then on the day when he's supposed to go and pick up his consignment, he goes there, and guess what? Because the guy had actually taken him to his factory where he was working. I mean, he saw that things were working. There were employees there. They had like about 7,000 pairs of shoes, and he was buying just 500 out of 7,000. So he goes now, and the place is empty. I mean, empty. There's no workers, there's no shoes, there's no machines, nothing. Just empty. Hello, Abdel. My name is Rudy Sarah. Je m'appelle Rudy Sarah. Yeah. So where was I? Luckily for him, the day he had met that guy, the guy had taken him somewhere. So he goes there to look for this guy. And the guy has been beaten up, like beaten to a pulp. And apparently, the guy was owing somebody money. So the person he was owing seized all of his goods, all of his materials. He's like, okay, they've seized your goods, fine and good. Can I have my money that I paid you for the 500 pairs of shoes? Guess what? He has used it. That's another. When I tell you that this guy has not caught a break since his father died, another obstacle. He doesn't have the shoes, he doesn't have his money. And mind you that the money that he used was money that they were supposed to pay some of their creditors, but he was using it hoping that, okay, they were going to sell the shoes, make profits, pay their creditors, and still have something. But now he's still owing people. He doesn't have the products that he bought, the product that he paid for. He doesn't have the money. Can you see? As if that wasn't enough, he finds out now that they are trying to kill this guy because he's owing somebody. I think he was owing the man, was it 80 million won? And then this mad, impulsive guy goes and bets with the creditor that if he gives him the 7,000 pairs of shoes, he's going to sell them and pay him 100 million won. Mind you that you are fighting somebody who is owing you 5 million and you are entering a bet. What was the collateral of this 100 million won? His two eyes. That if he doesn't pay the 100 million in a month, they are going to take his eyes. Yup. So now he goes back, and his co-worker is like, did you come back with the 500 pairs of shoes? He's like, oh, he didn't come back with the 500 pairs of shoes. She was like, okay. He says he came back with 7,000. And she's like, I don't understand. You left here to go and bring 500 pairs of shoes. Where is 7,000 from? So now they have to look for a way to sell those 7,000 pairs of shoes in a month, both eyes. They struggle and they find a supplier, a buyer rather, in Mexico, in South America. Is it South or North America? Mexico. They find a buyer, and unfortunately for them, the the person who has seized his first goods, those shoes, was it the shoes? No, the fabric. The person who has seized his first fabric has a lot of control on like shipping. So he threatens like all the shipping companies at that port so that they shouldn't ship his goods, because this person is actually into shipping. So now they have 7,000 pairs of shoes to send to Mexico, but they don't have a means to ship them because they've been blacklisted. Do you see why I say this movie is stressing me up? Let me continue. Let me drink water. When I talk too much, my throat is dry. So he has survived his father's death. He has survived. Oh, did I tell you that he and his mom got kicked out of their house because they were still owing like the mortgage or something. They had missed a couple of payments, and the payments were coming in. Instead of his mother to show him, his mom was hiding it from him. So they on Christmas Eve, they got kicked out of their house. So up until now, what has happened to this guy? He lost his dad. He lost his flowers, because every time I'm telling you that he had like a whole greenhouse where he was growing these flowers. So ever since he lost his dad, he was trying to help with the dad's company. He wasn't going to take care of his flowers. They dried up, all of them. So he has lost his dad. He has lost his flowers. They have lost their house. And he has lost the first deal that they did with the fabric. And then now the shoes. So the guy who seized his fabric blacklist them. They can't ship those shoes. What does he do? He thinks of a way to ship them illegally, because he went to like other people, and at the port they were like, I'm sorry, we can't help you. So it's impossible for him to ship those shoes, because he has to look for an alternative. And now he goes to a fisherman, like these big fishing boats. And he finds out that that boat goes all the way to Mexico. But it's going to take like 2 months to reach Mexico. So they are doing this illegally, because it's not a cargo ship, it's a fishing ship. They are not supposed to be carrying goods that are not fish or seafood. So they disguise the shoes like seafood and put them in like seafood boxes. They put the shoes under, then put the eyes and put some crabs over it, to disguise like what they are transporting is actually fish. On the day that the boat is supposed to take off, customs police, they were tipped off that something fishy is happening on that boat. So the customs police come there, and they almost got caught. They almost got caught. Like, they were this close to getting caught, but fortunately they didn't get caught. So at least that one has left. Now he had the money to go pay this guy. He pays the guy the 100 million, and I said they are barely getting by. It's not like when they even struggle and make these sales, they like have something substantial. Did I tell you guys that in the beginning of the film there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 employees. 3 have quit. He's literally working with just one. So after they sell the shoes, he goes and brings back one of the employees because he has found another item to sell. So they have to go to Thailand to go and sell this item. They were selling now helmets. They go to Thailand, everything is my hair loosening? Okay, it's not losing. They go to Thailand, everything is seeming good. Then one of the employees decides to bribe a customs officer and gets arrested. When I say village people, so he tried to bribe a customs officer and he got arrested. But good thing, the bribe that he gave was less than $50. So according to that country, if it's less than $50, you don't go to trial. You just get like a fine since it was less than $50. Only for them to receive a letter that he's going on trial because he tried to bribe a government worker with $10,000. Yeah. So apparently somebody else had gotten arrested for bribing with $10,000. But now because the officer who collected the bribe wanted to cover up for this person, he switches them. So the person who gave him $50, he accuses him of giving him $10,000. Then accuses the person who gave him $10,000 of giving him $50. So the guy who gave him $50, 10,000 got released, and the other guy is now in prison. He has to go on trial, and he could face up to 3 years in prison in a foreign country. As if they are not going through a lot already. Now they have to empty their accounts to be able to post his bail. This should not be the feeling that I'm getting, but it's such a good drama though. Such a good drama. Let me take hair oil. I need to oil my scalp while I'm giving you guys this gist. I was looking in the wrong place. Do you see that? The name has come out, Chambers 2000. I've read somewhere that a healthy scalp Should we watch King Lotana? Oh, I don't want anything too serious. So yeah, I'm stressed out. Why? Because I decided that I wanted to watch this thing. The way it has a lot of, I don't know if they call it sulfur or what. It's so, is it cool on the scalp? Yeah, Jueleba. What's happening? I've been seeing this film. Let me see what it's about. Oh, I muted it.
If you not do this thing well, bango, you go get seed. And if you chop pandemic and well get seed, you know they good for mouth. So sweet, you take a small water, put inside. I go teach you everything. Get that baby. Sinja. Ahama kanani. Chai. Top tiaku. this one. Dating. You know, say na here, na your people today, sir. What's with the noise? What's going on? Hi. What is this? What the? You don't wait. I mean, they say make food done first before I can come wake you up. Ned, what are you doing? Why do we have firewood in this compound? And why are you, what is happening here? I don't understand. Your body should be quiet. Why are you not cooking in the kitchen? Ned, this is not a village. And I don't know, this is not a name with Ned. You are constituting nuisance. You're constituting nuisance. I could get a very for what you're doing. You get the kind way when they talk sometimes when me I know they like her. What did they try to? You can say people when they need for this estate, they know they chop. Yeah, of course they eat. They know they cook. They cook. But in their kitchen, we have a kitchen in there. We have a kitchen. When you came into my life, I gave you a tour of this house. We have a distant kitchen. Why have you chosen to bring firewood? And then what is going on here? What's happening? Okay, leave that thing with you. Sweet well. You want it? And what's this stupid spoon doing here? Man. What? No. No. It can't be true. No, let me lie to myself not to believe that what I am saying is true. Did you bring this all the way from Nnewi to Lagos? Yes, nah. I bought that for my boss as they come. See, you see this food? Any food where you carry this food, it goes sweet, die. Now my grandmother use her finish, he give my mama. My mama use her finish, he give me. Me too, I go use her finish. Still give my own pikin. Not my own child. My child is not going to be as local as you are. Not my child. And you stop moping at me, you fool. You have spent more time with me, you should have told her. I told. What? I told her not to cook. You keep quiet. Sorry. See how he looks. Like what local date? That's it. You should chop this food. Ned. Yeah, no, come. This is it now. This is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. That's your microwave. This right here, this big refrigerator. You have all of this space. You have this island here to cut anything you want to do, Ned. But why you have insisted on embarrassing me and act like a bush woman is beyond my understanding. You don't start. Okay, so you they call me bush woman now. Why? You they call me bush woman because I try to cook sweet food for you. Ned, that same sweet food you wanted to make outside, you can make it here. You know fit happen. Sweet food for inside this kitchen. No food fits there like firewood food. Now, if you cook with firewood, the firewood flavor can go inside. It will chop the food. That is food. Good food. All the food why they cook for here. Every time why they chop up, you do it Japan format because you can't then say ingredient miss. But not that firewood. I can't say okay. Like I do it for here. Make you do follow this that and never flavor what you do like before. Really? I do bad. You do bad. You are not going to argue with me. You have done bad. We're not going to have this kind of kitchen and you choose to cook with firewood outside. It is just not right. It doesn't make sense. It is primitive. It is bush. It's uncouth. It's everything bad in the book. It does not just work right in my head. And then this thing that what are you tying about? What is this? After tomorrow, I say I'm not turned on. How can I be turned on this thing that you're wearing? No, are you going for that meeting? Why are you always dressed like this in town? This is not Cotonou Day. Behave yourself now. Eh? You are my wife. You are my wife. You should understand your position and then act like it. And then why are you dancing around with my house boy? What is going? And then what is that idiot spoon that you're holding? What is this? You are frustrating me. You just got here and I am about to lose my freaking mind. Get yourself together. Get your shit together. True, something there for the city. Something there here. Eh? This is firewood food where hoping that they follow me enjoy for village. Now, they don't speak English for me. Even this spoon, where me and they fight who go first sneak up. Now abomination. Eh? Oh, Chibo. I don't say you like I cook the meat well. Very nice. I sing the bush meat barbecue. One in town. Bush meat. Organic. What's be the matter? I don't eat bush meat. How? No. I don't eat bush meat. Why you know they eat bush meat now? Better meat now. Why will you feed me bush